Hot feet.
Hot feet. Fire in the middle.
Hot feet.
Over the past few weeks, many Americans have felt anxiety about their finances and their future. I understand their worry and their frustration. Major financial institutions have teetered on the edge of collapse.
We begin with our market minutes. Take a look at stocks there. Yet another day of gains. It seems like even when we pull back, the following day we just go right back up again.
Did we have a down day? I don't even remember.
We did. We had 2 down days recently, but
it
it
actually is
doesn't feel
kind
like
of
it.
comical, isn't it? I mean, it's so consistent. It is actually fun.
There's a blank spot where the down days are.
Yeah,
nice.
It feels like that. I mean, it's just these modest increases, the melt up, right?
Melt up.
Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're watching AMTV, Alternative Media Television Live. I'm about to go on here in the main studio. I'm giving an update on the Las Vegas shooting, which honestly has been the biggest cover-up story I've ever seen in my life. What's probably bigger than that story, though, I think a story a lot of people are missing, is what's happening in the U.S. stock market today. We are at record highs.
When I say that the stock market is at an all-time high, we've picked up in market value almost $4 trillion since November 8th, which was the election. $4 trillion, it's a lot of money.
Record highs. We have never seen this ever in the history of the world. We're talking a total parabolic move. I mean, just going up, up, up and away. We haven't seen something like this, for example, since the collapse in tech stocks in 2001, since pre-2007, which led to the 2008-2009 massacre. And we haven't seen something like this since pre-1929. It is absolutely incredible. There was a bond expert on this morning on CNBC who said this will be an absolute nightmare. Worse than 2008, worse than 2009. And a lot of people are missing it. So I want all of you to take note that don't just focus on these stories at the moment.
North Korea successfully testing its first intercontinental ballistic missile capable of hitting the U.S.
Although these are once-in-a-lifetime stories, for example, and you guys are going to be amazed about the update that I give you guys here in a minute, I want you to keep focused on what we know is coming. Now, how does it unfold? How does it unravel completely? We don't know. I don't know what the catalyst is. Is it North Korea?
The U.S. is preparing for yet another round of joint military exercises with the Republic of Korea in the south. This time, the U.S. plans to send a nuclear-powered submarine armed with 154 Tomahawk missiles to the peninsula.
Donald Trump says he wants to rev up our nuclear arsenal here in the United States 10 times.
At a wide-ranging Pentagon meeting this summer, that the president called for a dramatic increase in the nation's nuclear arsenal, as many as during the Cold War era.
That's why Rex Tillerson, for example, was calling him a moron.
That he had called the president a moron or possibly an effing moron and threatened to resign.
See how I can turn on these lights. Got to set up the studio here. I'm going to set this down here for a minute. Probably get the main lights up, you think, Alex? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, I think that looks good. So more important than that, what is the action plan? So we know, for example, we know that the biggest crisis of a lifetime is coming. Okay, whether that, I think it's going to stem in the bond market. Why do I think it's going to stem in the bond market? I think it's going to stem in the bond market. Maybe just kind of test to see how these look on me. And we'll turn off the top lights. It's going to stem in the bond market because that's where all the pressure is, right? That's what the Federal Reserve has been doing. They've set rates at zero. And let me just throw out a couple of statistics. We have not had a situation in the bond market like this in multi-hundreds of years. In over 200 years in the United States of America. In over 300 plus years, I think almost 400 plus years in the UK. We've never had rates this low for so long. We've never had this huge bid on bonds. So what happens when this thing blows up? Now, people say, well, Christopher, the Federal Reserve is going to manage this. Janet Yellen's going to manage this, or the person, male or female, that replaces her is going to manage this. Yeah, they're going to try to. You see, they're going to try to, but they can't stop a systemic event from happening. Okay, and I don't know what that catalyst is going to be. It could be North Korea.
With President Trump repeatedly threatening to destroy North Korea, Britain has dived into the mix and is currently drawing up battle plans to help the U.S. if a war with North Korea becomes reality.
It could be anything. It could be another Lehman Brothers moment.
Is your money safe? The fall of Lehman Brothers.
It could be another Bear Stearns. It could be something totally out of right or left field that we can't predict. You know, there is so much geopolitical risk right now. There is so much risk, and the only thing we've experienced as Americans post-2008 and 2009 is a radical, bubblicious market. Now, keep in mind, Donald Trump, what did he tell us as he was running for president of the United States? We're in a bubble. It's going to pop. It's going to collapse. It's the biggest thing we've ever seen. It's going to be a freaking bloodbath.
Now, look, we have the worst revival of an economy since the Great Depression. And believe me, we're in a bubble right now. And the only thing that looks good is the stock market. But if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down. We are in a big, fat, ugly bubble.
So in my humble opinion, it's really going to be that bad. And I had a AMTV supporter, Tracy Kelly, I believe it was, asked me, says, Christopher, I've already taken your advice with your food prep, getting right with God, which is the number one most important thing, water, your survival bags, all these kinds of things. Also, she was looking at our solar units as well. She says, well, what do I do with my investments? Well, as someone who used to work for a major Wall Street company, Merrill Lynch, I would always advise all of my customers and all my clients to at least hold 5 to 10% in precious metals at the very least, okay? Because that's your peace of mind and that's your insurance policy, just like you have insurance on a car or a house. We saw what happened with the disasters, Hurricane Harvey and Irma, for example. That's what gives me peace of mind because I don't know what the catalyst is going to be. Now, for those of you, so first thing I want you guys to do is click that link below, download a free report from our partner, Swiss America. They're local here. They're one of our longtime sponsors in the Valley. I've been doing business with them for, I think, going on almost close to 10 years now. They're our longest standing sponsor here in the Valley. These are the people that I trust with my money. Okay, they're God-fearing men and women. You can download a free report. It's free, so there's no risk. And they'll tell you a little bit more about how to protect yourself regarding this bond bubble, regarding the stock market bubble, and how to properly diversify not just gold, but also silver. My personal favorite right now, I think there's an incredible opportunity in silver. For those of you that are already invested in precious metals, now's an important time to rebalance your portfolio. Let's say you have 5% allocation to gold and silver, you did. Things have changed because the market has gone vertical. So if you have exposure in these other asset classes, maybe your total allocation to gold, instead of 5%, it's 3%. So it's a very important time to look at this now. So in terms of action strategy and action plan, before I shoot this report, click the link below, download the free report right now. It's free information, and reach out to Swiss America. They're here to help. Okay, once you go to the link, I think all you need to provide is a name, email address, and a phone number. Reach out to these people, or they'll reach out to you. They can answer all these questions. These are the experts that I trust. And I really feel humbly. It's what honestly has been keeping me up at night. Not this Las Vegas shooting story, not all these other stories we're reporting on, but what I know is coming. Worse than 1929. And I don't care what anybody tells you. Oh, it's different this time, Christopher. Oh, you know, the Federal Reserve, they're going to be able to manage this straight out into the stratosphere. Artificial intelligence is going to work all this out. No, there is going to be some kind of systemic event, and it's going to be very, very bad. We are on the edge of a cliff. When I'm not reporting on this Las Vegas shooting, I'm reporting on North Korea. This is the final hour, the final hour. And there's this interesting human psychology behind this too, where people, you know, I talk about it with our partners over at Swiss America all the time. David, you know, it's an interesting psychology where people, they only want to buy when prices are rising. That's not when you want to buy. You want to buy now when it's under the radar. We've had gold, for example, at around $1,300 an ounce for the last month or so. this is the time you want to be looking at this. Not when it's trading at $14, $15, $16, $17, $2,000, $3,000 an ounce during the panic or during the crisis. It's the same thing for food and water. You want to be doing this beforehand. It's your insurance policy. It's your peace of mind. So my humble advice, and please go seek professional financial advice. I'm no longer an advisor, but click that link below right now. Diversify what you're doing with precious metals, with gold and silver. Download the free report, and importantly, let them know Christopher Green sent you, okay? Let them know we sent you here at Alternative Media Television. That is my humble advice. It's what I'm doing personally with my own money. So don't wait. Take action right now. Click that link below. We're going to get set up here with this next video. I love you guys. God bless you. Thank you so much. Click that link right now.